Hello family, welcome back to another reaction video. Guys, today we're checking out another video from Germany. Yes. Okay, today we'll be checking out car brand names pronunciation from 10 different countries. Okay, these are car brand names. You know, most cars are from Germany, like BMW, which they call BMW, Porsche, and they call it Porsche. Like between 10 different countries. Let's check out how these 10 different countries pronounce the cars. Okay, guys, without further ado, let's just dive right in and check this out. Okay.
Are you asking us?
At least you're famous for something. No, I said we have nothing. We have nothing to show.
In Spain we say BMW.
Gorgeous.
Spain we say Porsche.
Oh yeah, the S is missing again.
Hey,
You need to hajimau.
Okay. Hello. Is a country famous?
Are you asking
We
us?
don't have I'm not sure. Nigeria
answer, I
has.
think it's Germany.
it's the most famous one here, I think.
Also Korea and Japan.
Yeah, that's true. We have France a little bit too, but not that much.
We're only famous for like muscle cars and having bad interior design on our cars, unfortunately.
At least you're famous for something. No, I said we have nothing. We have nothing to show.
We have cars that jump,
Oh, that's cool.
our lowriders and stuff.
Pimp My Car used to be my favorite show.
Surely, yeah.
Probably.
I don't know anything about cars, so I don't know car brands too. So when they were like, we're gonna talk about car brands, I had to ask my dad.
Wow.
Like, Dad, how do you pronounce this in Turkish? Because I don't even know. Like, so yeah, I know now.
I think if I pronounce the car, country of origin wouldn't even understand what I'm. It can be really different for some.
I think for us, German brands are very similar, but the Korean brands, Japanese brands, and other languages, those might be very different.
First German.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
The first brand is Benz. So in German, that would be Mercedes-Benz.
Mercedes.
벤츠
So cute.
아니면 그냥 벤츠.
In Turkish, we say Benz.
In France we say Mercedes-Benz or Benz.
In America, we say Mercedes-Benz, and I've heard that people say like Merc for short.
Oh, like a
In a slang.
Yeah, like a slang, because we don't usually say Benz.
In Serbia we say Mercedes-Benz, but usually people just say Mercedes.
In Indonesia we say Mercedes-Benz or Merci.
Merci.
Like, thank you for the car.
And in Korea, we say 벤츠.
벤츠.
Ah.
We say Mercedes-Benz.
In Spain we say Mercedes-Benz, but we usually say Mercedes, which is a common name in Spain as well. Female name.
Do you guys know if there's any difference in your country? Because there's like Mercedes and then there's the Benz line, which is more like a luxury one. Do you
Yeah.
guys know
It's
if
still the
there's...
same brand.
Yes.
Right? So it has
It's
different
all under the
lines.
same brand. Because I know in the States we'll
Yes, wait, guys, about this particular one, yes. In outside, they'll be like, he's riding a Mercedes. And you now say another person, now Benz. That one is Benz. Like, are they two different cars? Yeah, describing one as Mercedes. This one is describing as Benz. Like, are they different? Yo, guys. Yeah, in outside, okay, we call it Mercedes Benz. I don't know about others. Mercedes Benz.
also call them separately.
Okay.
Like Mercedes is the normal Mercedes. I was trying to look this up, so I'm not just like...
I think in France, if we say Mercedes, it can be like a cheap car, like a cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the cheapest
So
one.
they call it
And if you say
Benz.
Benz, oh okay, it's a bit like.
I think
up.
that's so...
I think we have something like that.
I think in Serbia we would just usually say car brand name, and then if it's like the specific, like if it's a Benz, then we would add to it. I don't think we would just say Benz.
I wish I knew the answer to that. I like the Japanese pronunciation. It sounds so cute. And Switzerland is
pretty much the same, right? It's German.
Yeah.
And I like the
Mercedes-Benz.
Spanish version. Because the C, you say very soft.
It's because I am from the Canary Islands, so we don't pronounce the C or the Z. From the mainland, we say Mercedes, but we say Mercedes.
I like it. Well, that's a short BMW, and that
Yeah,
stands
BMW.
for Bayerische Motoren something. Yeah, so it's actually like just the first letter of BMW.
In Japan, we say BMW, but many people say BM.
Just BM.
In Turkish, we say BMW.
In France, we say BMW.
In the USA, we say BMW.
In Serbia,
Yeah,
we say
BMW.
BMW.
In Indonesia, we say BMW. W is pronounced we in Indonesian, so it's we.
Wow.
In Korea, we say BMW.
In Switzerland, we say BMW.
In Spain, we say BMW.
So
BMW.
Yeah, again, so the
BMW.
Spanish version is cool. Yeah. And the Indonesian, because the W is so different. And the French, can you say it in French again?
BMW.
The main difference seems to be
WV.
the W pronunciation here. Like the BM is more similar.
WV.
Like everyone is spelling it out. So
All in our local languages.
in Serbia, we don't have W, it's just V. So that's why we say BMW. So it's almost the same pronunciation.
In Indonesia, we also use the Latin alphabet, just ABC, but we have, like, we read it like A, B, C, D. It's actually similar to German, but the W is pronounced we, so that's why we just use the Indonesian pronunciation of W.
That's interesting because it's the same in Turkish. We also do A, B, C, D. That
Oh.
sounds really similar. That's interesting.
And how did you pronounce?
BMW. Because we also don't have
BMW.
W, so we just pronounce it as V, just like yours.
In German, it's Audi.
Wow.
In Japan, we say Audi.
In Turkish, we say Audi.
In France, we say Audi.
In the USA, we say Audi.
In Serbia, we say Audi.
In Indonesia,
Yeah.
we say Audi.
In Nigeria, we say Audi.
Audi.
In Switzerland, we say Audi.
In Spain, we say Audi.
I'm the only one.
I think French
Sorry,
is the only
it's
different one.
It's the same.
Because like in France, if we have A, U together, the pronunciation become O, right? So we have to say Audi.
Oh.
Oh my
Wow.
god, Udi.
I have the different pronunciation in Indonesia. Like you say Audi, like at the end it's just Audi.
Audi.
Yeah, but it's different kind of, no?
It sounds like she has, have you heard of like an unaspirated letter? Like instead of saying like hook, but in Korean you say hook, like you don't breathe through it. It kind of sounds like that.
Okay.
That's what I heard, like a different tone.
And in Korean is like very enunciated. I feel like it's Audi.
Audi.
Yeah.
Okay, in German, it's Volkswagen.
In Japan, we
Yes.
say Volkswagen, but many people say wagen, just wagen.
In Turkish, we say Volkswagen.
In France, we say Volkswagen.
In the USA, we say Volkswagen.
In Serbia, we say Volkswagen.
In Indonesia, we say Volkswagen, or for short, VW, just VW. In the Indonesian alphabet, it's VW.
Yeah, in German too. I mean, VW would be the short version.
How
In
is
Korea, we
Volkswagen?
say Volkswagen.
In Switzerland, we say Volkswagen or
Yeah,
VW.
Volkswagen.
In Spain, we say Volkswagen.
I feel like still like letters are missing.
From the Canary Islands, you know? We missed some consonants.
You can't say
Wow.
the KS, Volks.
No, we don't. Volkswagen.
Yeah, the K and S is kind of missing.
Yeah, because I'm from the Canary Islands, we usually miss the S's. For example, to say thank you, we say gracias. But in the mainland, it's gracias.
And the V kind of becomes almost like a B sound, right?
Yeah, V is quite B. Me.
Wait, I want to ask, what about names that has S at the ending? Like now, my English name is Goodness. So how do they pronounce it? Goodness. Like how? Please, guys, if you're from our country, please clear us, please. Because I need to know how they pronounce these words that end with L, like progress, goodness, success. When they remove S, how? Yo, guys.
B.
Volk means the people, the country. Volk. Yeah, and then Wagen means like automobile, like a car. So it's like the car of the people.
So inspirational.
And it's one of the biggest German car brands, Porsche and so on. They are under Volkswagen. So it's like the mother company, and then they have a lot of other German car brands, or also other country car brands that they own. Yeah. But then I know that Koreans and also Japanese, I think they just can't say the F sound properly, like F or V sound. So it usually sounds like a B.
We also say it with more of like a T sound. A lot of times, I think technically if people are saying it right, it's still Volkswagen. But normally if you hear people just say it in conversation, we're going to say like Volkswagen. Oh. Yeah, if you listen like in conversation, it'll sound more like that.
And the V sounds like a W to me.
Volkswagen.
In German, it's Porsche. In German, it's very
Porsche.
important that the E at the end is spoken.
In Nigeria, it's
In
Porsche.
Japan, we say Porsche.
In Turkish, we say Porsche.
In France, we say
Porsche.
Porsche.
In the USA, we're supposed to say Porsche, but we'll hear a lot of people say Porsche or Porsche.
Porsche.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of people say it that way.
Porsche.
We have a lot of mispronunciation though.
Wow.
In Serbia, we say Porsche.
In Indonesia, I think you'd hear a lot of Porsche.
Sounds like the Russian soup.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the SCH sound. We only have the S, like the sound, not the sh sound.
In Korea, we say Porsche.
In Switzerland, we say Porsche.
In Spain, we say Porsche.
Like your front porch.
Porsche or Porsche.
Like Porsche.
Oh yeah, the S is missing again.
Hey.
But why do they put A?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they
In
always
English, you
remove
don't really read
S.
the E at the end, right? So
Normally we wouldn't,
Yeah.
but like
Wow.
if it's a word where it's known that it's foreign, we typically would pronounce it closer to the original pronunciation. I don't know how Porsche got to Porsche and Porsche.
Maybe it sounds like a girl name, like Portia.
Very old school name.
I think in Indonesia, some people would also say Porsche and just skip the S. I don't know.
Wow, so we're done with German
Okay.
cars.
Bugatti, it's French?
It's Italian, no?
From France. Wow. Wow, I never knew.
I didn't know either, so then. In France, we say Bugatti.
In Japan, we say Bugatti.
in Turkish, we say Bugatti.
In Germany, we say Bugatti.
Nigeria
In
is
the USA,
Bugatti.
we say Bugatti.
Gali.
In
Bugatti.
Serbia, we say
Eri.
Bugatti.
In Indonesia, we say Bugatti.
In Korea, we say Bugatti.
In Switzerland, we say Bugatti.
In Spain, we say Bugatti.
Yeah, pretty much the same. Only like America, like I feel like I'm hearing like spaghetti, Bugatti.
Bugatti. I think still if you like you're technically pronouncing it right, it should be like Bugatti. But if you're listening
Yeah.
to most people,
But I will
Yeah.
still understand it. Like if you say Bugatti, I will like okay.
acceptable. Yeah.
Now, all
In
this
France, we
Bugatti.
say Citroën. I know we are not famous.
Oh, in Spain, it is quite famous.
Really?
Yeah, we have plenty.
In Japan, we say Citroën.
In Turkish, we say Citroën.
German, we would like try to say like the French, we say Citroën, but like proper German pronunciation would be like Citroën. I would say like the French way, Citroën.
In the USA, we would say Citroën.
In Serbia, we would say
Citroën.
Citroën.
In Indonesia, I don't think we have this car, but we would pronounce it as Citroën or Citroën probably.
In Korea, we
I
say
don't know if we have this
Citroën.
guy in Nigeria,
Switzerland,
but
we
we'll
probably
definitely look for a name to name
In
it.
Spain, we say Citroën. Citroën.
Oh, it was
Guys, wait, I don't know. I'm not sure if we have this guy in Nigeria. Like, I don't know. But I know that we'll look for a way. What we normally do is we just check out the country that's made the car and how they pronounce it. Then we try to copy their own. Yes, that's what we just to ease ourselves the stress of checking the correct pronunciation. No, we just check out the main people that invented it. Then check out how they call it. If it's Bugatti, we call it Bugatti. If it's Bugatti, Bugatti. Citroen, Citroen. And like, whatever. Just like this BMW, it's just because of the BMW. It's just alphabets, BMW. That's the way we pronounce it, not knowing that it's BMW. What? Guys. Okay, let's continue. France.
pretty good. Like most of you is
Okay.
using the R sound, but like because most of language don't use it, so. But like German and Switzerland, you use the R sound, so it was nice to hear it. It was nice to hear.
Does Citroën mean something? Because the
Citroën.
German Citroën sounds like Zitrone.
Citronnelle is the herb like you put on some soup, right? Yes, we use citronnelle too in French, but Citroën, I think it means nothing. If there is like car fan over there, like maybe they can tell, but me, I don't know.
It's the lemon car for me.
Lemon car.
Lemon car.
Peugeot.
How do you write that?
P-E-U-J-J.
Ah, Peugeot. Vale.
Peugeot.
No pictures.
It's more famous than Citroën, I think. So in France, we say Peugeot.
In Japan, we say Peugeot.
In Turkish, we say either Peugeot or Peugeot.
In Germany,
Oh,
we
it's
say
pictures.
According to the internet, in America we say Peugeot, but I think we'd probably say something more like Peugeot, more with the G.
In Serbia, we say Peugeot.
In Indonesia, we don't really have this car either, but copying French, it would be like Peugeot. Reading it would be like Peugeot.
In Korea, we say Peugeot.
In Switzerland, I thought we say Peugeot. But I think we just pronounce it like the French people, Peugeot.
In Spain, we say Peugeot.
What?
Peugeot.
I really like the
Peugeot.
Spanish one. It's like really exotic. Like through French, you should not like read as you see.
Yeah, in Spain we do.
Oh, we're gonna read French.
What do we have? In the
ready?
USA, we would say Chrysler.
In Japan, we say Chrysler.
In Turkish, we say Chrysler.
We say it,
Wow.
I think, American way, like Chrysler.
In France, I think we say Chrysler.
In Serbia, we say Chrysler.
In Indonesia, probably Chrysler or Chrysler.
In Korea, we
Yeah,
say
Chrysler. I
Chrysler.
think
In
our side
Switzerland,
is
we say
Chrysler.
Chrysler.
In Spain, we say Chrysler.
I like the Spanish one. the Spanish and French. Could you say the Turkish pronunciation?
Chrysler.
Because it sounds like you have a consonant at the end of it as well.
Turkish, we
Yes.
pronounce E as E, so that's why we
E?
say Chrysler. R at the end is like really
Wow.
pronounced. Chrysler.
Yeah, in Serbian too, we say Chrysler. So
Yeah,
we,
same.
the R's.
We roll the R's as
We roll
well.
the R's. So.
Yeah.
But what I really like is like Switzerland is always like in the middle, always right in the pronunciation.
Switzerland, they speak German, French, and Italian.
We like
Wow.
to adapt.
It was also interesting, there were a few
Wow.
countries that pronounced it with like an E sound instead of Chrysler. It was more like Chrysler. But there were a few of you guys that had that.
Yeah.
In the USA, we would say Tesla.
In Japan, we say
Tesla.
Tesla.
In Turkish, we say Tesla.
In Germany, we say
Tesla.
In France, we say Tesla.
In Serbian, we say Tesla, which is where it comes from too, actually, the scientist.
All right.
Nikola Tesla, yeah. He went to the US. At some point, he switched citizens. Tesla is Serbian, technically.
The brand is also not owned by an American. It's owned by a South African.
We're learning education.
In Indonesia, we say Tesla.
In Korea, we say Tesla.
In Switzerland, we say
Tesla.
Tesla.
In Spain, we say Tesla.
And then it comes from
Yeah,
Serbia.
Nigeria is Tesla.
Serbian pronunciation
Tesla.
is easy, guys. You might think it's not,
Tesla.
but it is easy.
In the USA, we would say Chevrolet or Chevy for short.
In Japan, we say
Chevrolet.
Chevrolet.
In Turkish, we say Chevrolet.
In German, I would say
No, not
Chevrolet.
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 Chevrolet. Not sure. It's weird.
In France, we say Chevrolet.
In Serbia, we say Chevrolet.
In Indonesia, it's probably read Chevrolet or Chevrolet.
In Korea, we say Chevrolet.
In Switzerland, we say Chevrolet.
In Spain, we say Chevrolet.
That's different.
I mean, everyone was pretty off from our pronunciation, except for like Serbia, and I think in Switzerland as well, you guys were very, very close to ours. France was also pretty similar.
I thought it was a French brand.
Yeah, it's a French name.
Okay.
In Japan, we say Nissan.
In Turkish, we say Nissan.
In the USA, we say
Nice
Nissan.
In
Nissan.
Germany, we say Nissan.
In France, we say Nissan.
Nissan.
In Serbia, we say Nissan.
In Indonesia, we say Nissan.
In Korea, we say Nissan.
In Switzerland, we say
D.
Nissan.
In Spain, we say Nissan.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody is the same. Nissan.
Sounds like Japanese. Oh, Nissan.
다 비슷하게 들렸는데 미국이 좀 약간 간지나게 닛산 이런 느낌이었던 것 같아요. In Japan, we say Lexus.
In Turkish, we say Lexus.
In the USA, we say Lexus.
In Germany, we
Lexus.
say Lexus.
In France, we say
Lexus.
In Serbia, we
Yeah,
say Lexus.
Lexus.
In Indonesia, we say
please.
Lexus.
In Korea, we say Lexus.
In Switzerland, we say Lexus.
In Spain, we say Lexus.
일본에서는
Nigeria is
렉스사스라고 하는데 대부분 사람들이 렉스서스라고 하는 것처럼 저한테는 들렸어요.
Some of us had the U sound and some of us had the O sound.
In Japan, we say Toyota.
In Turkish, we say Toyota.
In the USA, we say Toyota.
In
Toyota.
Germany, we say Toyota.
In France, we
Yes.
say Toyota.
In Serbian, we
Toyota.
say Toyota.
In Indonesia, we say Toyota.
In Korea, we say Toyota.
In Switzerland, we say Toyota.
In Spain, we say Toyota.
다 비슷한데 토요다 이렇게 좀 다처럼
No,
들리는
not that.
나라도
Toyota.
있고 근데 다 비슷비슷한 것 같아요.
We say Toyota with the T. Maybe it was me when I pronounced it.
I heard more like a D sound.
It's a little bit softer in general. Like it's a softer T, so it sounds more like a D.
Usually in the USA at least, anytime there's like a hard T kind of in the middle of a word, we typically, if we're speaking, actually soften it into more of a D sound. So even if we're doing like voice acting work, we'll actually soften everything to be a D. So it would just be Toyota instead of Toyota for us.
In Korea, we say Genesis.
In Japan, we say Genesis.
In Turkish, we say Genesis.
In the USA,
Yeah,
we say
Genesis.
Genesis.
In Germany,
Genesis.
we say Genesis.
What? I think in France, we say Genesis.
In Serbia, we say Genesis. Genesis?
I feel like everyone's calling my name. In Indonesia, we say Genesis.
In Spain, we say Genesis.
Like Hennessy, like the alcohol.
Hennessy! Like the G and the J is pronounced the same in Spanish. G has a U in between. If it has the umlaut on top, it's like double V. If it doesn't, like you pronounce a U.
In Korea, we say Kia.
In Japan, we say Kia.
In Turkish, we say Kia.
In the USA, we say Kia.
In Germany, we say
Kia.
Kia.
In France, we
In
say
Nigeria,
Kia.
we
Serbia,
say
we say
Kia.
In Indonesia, we say Kia.
In Switzerland, we say Kia.
In Spain, we say Kia.
Kind of difficult to change.
Yeah. I think we agree on something finally.
Would anyone say Kaya or something?
No.
Possible.
Maybe someone, maybe.
Actually, in Korea, we say Kia, not Kia. But the spelling is K, so I think that most countries says Kia, not Kia. But in Korea, it's Kia, not Kia.
So is it a G?
Yeah.
You also don't say Gia, right?
Yeah,
So you say,
Kia.
yeah, exactly.
Kia.
It's just a softer K to us. In
Yes.
And in English, I mean,
Kia.
it's written K-I-A, so I think that's why everyone's like,
It's one of the tricky things for people learning Korean, actually, yeah.
Interesting. In Korea, we say Hyundai.
In Japan, we say Hyundai.
In Turkish, we either say Hyundai or
Hyundai.
In the USA, we say Hyundai, but you will hear not a small minority of people say Hyundai.
In Germany, we say Hyundai.
In France, we say Hyundai.
In Serbia, we say Hyundai.
in Indonesia, we say
Nigeria, we say
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
In Switzerland, we say Hyundai.
In Spain, we say it in two ways, Hyundai or Hyundai, because of the H is muted in Spanish. Even if it's in the middle or at the start or at the end, it's muted. So that's why Hyundai, Hyundai.
But do you guys know the reason why it's pronounced Dai? Because back in the days, Japanese cars were considered to be like really high quality. So in order for Korea to market the cars well, they would make it with a Japanese pronunciation so that people would have like, oh, it's probably a Japanese car. It's very good quality, right?
really? I
So
didn't know
that's
that.
why it never got marketed as Hyundai. It got marketed as Hyundai to make it sound like Japanese.
You're so cool.
And it's interesting because Japan doesn't pronounce it that way at all. It pronounces it the Korean way.
That's the marketing
근데
strategy.
일본에서도 휴ን다이라고 하는 사람도 있고 휴ን다이를 한자로 쓰면 일본어로 겐다이라고 읽을 수 있어서 사이트에서 일본어로 검색했을 때 현대라고 가타카나로 써 있긴 한데 사람들이 좀 헷갈려 해요.
그렇구나. 신기하다.
It was fun. I'm a bit sad that French cars not that famous.
It depends on the country. Like, we don't import a lot of cars from the US either.
True, but like what I mean, it's like even me, I don't know that much French brands, so like I understand why those countries are really famous.
At least you have brands.
It was interesting. Obviously, a lot of our pronunciation is not correct. I don't think that's like a huge surprise to anyone. But it's kind of fun hearing, especially like the Spanish pronunciation. And it was interesting hearing some of like the reasoning behind why these brands are pronounced differently.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I always find it funny when people try to say Volkswagen. I think that's the most difficult.
It's the most German name.
Or just car.
It's
Just Wagen.
Wagen.
Wagen, oh yeah, that was cute.
Volkswagen.
Just say Wagen.
Okay.
Car.
Today, we compare car brand pronunciation differences.
If you liked the video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below on your favorite car brand.
I love the video.
We will see you next time in the next video.
Bye. I love this. Yeah, guys. Okay, so we just checked out different car brands and their pronunciation in 10 different countries. And I would say that Nigeria actually, like, we kind of copy the main people that pronounce, like, the main owners, the inventors. Like, we kind of copy them. If they say it's Hyundai, we go with Hyundai. Like, Volkswagen, it's only that one. At least it's because of the F and the W that is there. That's why we call it Volkswagen. Not knowing that it's Volkswagen. You guys. Yeah, what do you have to say? I want you people pronounce it in your country. If there's any similarity or difference in any car brand, please guys don't forget to tell us in the comment section. And also, if there is other car brands in your country, I'm not sure we have a car brand here in Nigeria. Oh god. I'm not sure we have, but guys, if you have any other car brand in your country, please can you let us know in the comment section. Yeah, go have the day you deserve, and we'll keep living other commanding lessons. See you guys in the next video.